Hi, Redbud families. I wanted to talk a little bit about education at home during social distancing. This is not something that any of us expected. And so you weren't planning to start a homeschool, and we're not expecting you to start a homeschool now. I wanted to start by just telling us all just to take a really deep breath and know that it's going to be okay. And we're going to get through this, and then we'll be back together hopefully sooner than later. But in the meantime, I just wanted to tell you that no one's expecting you to set up a Montessori classroom in your home. It's not something that you could even really do because for several reasons. We have specialized materials, right? And we have multi-age classroom with many 3 to 6 year old children. And that's one of the big things that makes Montessori classroom special and encourages independence within the community. But there are things that you can do at your home that will make it similar to some of the things the children do at school. So we can talk about independence first of all. Are there ways that your environment can aid the child in being more independent? So are there healthy snacks that the child can get in the morning without asking you, maybe? Can they put their own toast in the toaster and spread their own jam? Can they reach the sink to wash their own dish when they're done? Are there a few small things on the shelf that they can choose without asking the adult? Maybe some markers, a puzzle, some scissors and paper, some things that they can choose for themselves. And so they're not always needing the adult to initiate the activities. So we can think about some small ways that we can prepare our home environments so that they're similar to what the children are used to at school and can keep that consistency going while they're gone. Are they getting dressed by themselves? Are they putting their own socks and shoes on? Are they practicing buttoning or zipping? So these are all things that they can continue to do at home and that don't require any specialized materials. Food prep is a really good one, and they really enjoy it. So peeling their own orange, slicing their own apples, spreading on bread or crackers, hummus, jam, peanut butter, whatever that is. They can make their own oatmeal and put cinnamon sugar on. They could work with you to bake bread or bake cookies, things like that. What else? If you go on Pinterest, there's a whole Montessori food prep board, and you can find lots of ideas. Grape kebabs, other kinds of kebabs. And all of these are building those practical life skills. They're aiding in concentration. They're building that fine motor coordination. So there's lots of benefits besides independence that go along with these kind of practical life skills. I also wanted to talk about, the expectation for the child's work at home. I think it's important when we look at a work period, like if you're doing a morning work period, the children in our classroom are never sitting in one spot getting lessons for the whole morning. A lot of their morning revolves around conversation with others, social skills, conflict resolution skills. So if you look at a Montessori classroom, there's lots of children doing lots of things. Maybe one child is reading a book, one child is listening to a CD or some music, and one child is serving themselves snack and sitting down and eating with a friend and talking. One child is choosing maybe some more challenging work, and then the adult is giving the children lessons as they're available. So when you're looking at what your work cycle should look like, I think sometimes we think that work just looks like sitting at a table and doing your letters and numbers, but I just challenge you to see the broader definition of work through their day. So work could be using a broom and sweeping up a mess. Work could be washing their plate after lunch. Work could be helping you fold laundry and putting that away. Work could be dusting a shelf or washing a table or taking care of a plant or feeding the animals or working in the garden. So when we talk about education in a Montessori classroom, we're really talking about this broader base for the whole child. We're looking at the entire child's development, right? And so that doesn't always look like sitting at a table. So while I'm going to give you some examples of a few lessons that you could do in some other videos, I also want you to think about how just being a part of the family is work, is you know, the broader scope of what it means for a child's work, which is really the act of self-creation, right? So a child is not the same child that they were yesterday. They're building themselves day by day, and they're learning to manipulate their environment to get the skills that they need, and those things can be done at home. So I'm gonna load some additional videos with a few tips and tricks and things that we do in the classroom, but I just kind of wanted to give you a little jumping off point. Thanks.